Mapping my mawhai. So we'll start with domain 1. I have a really good knowledge of the Treaty of Waitangi and the partnerships and the essential partnerships that they play as part of being a teacher. I have solid knowledge of tikanga Māori practices, and I use Te Reo Māori in my classroom on a daily basis. I see this domain as a chance for me to extend my knowledge through my EBIT paper, and also to be able to share my knowledge with others in my team, which we've already started in our team meetings. Domain 2 is all about professional learning. Now, I wouldn't be studying if I didn't believe in professional learning or extending myself. So in terms of key concepts, I'm looking at building my knowledge of using student voice around IEPs. I'm going to look at some interventions through my case studies. I also want to really delve into my personal philosophy and gain more knowledge so I can use it in my practice. Domain 3, professional relationships. Some key words that I came up with were collaboration, and I think it's essential to developing professional relationships within, the teams that you belong to, but also within our ASD practices and within our specialist teaching group, which I'm really lucky that I have excellent partnerships and friendships that I'm really looking forward to evolving, and obviously reflecting on learning and becoming more of a critical friend. This domain is all about stepping outside of my comfort zone, which hopefully will mean visiting and meeting new people, and maybe challenging myself in new career pathway opportunities. Domain 4, learning focused culture. As I can see, many of the domains are going to build upon the learning that we've done last year. It's not starting from scratch, but it's more about, for me, it's about developing and actually implementing some of that knowledge into practical working day-to-day interventions. Some of those key concepts, once again, is that individualised, looking at the ASD learner, doing some collaboration in a range of contexts, delving into my passion, delving into student voice and inclusion and transition to school, and equality and equity with our ASD learners, and also making those links. So once again, stepping outside of my comfort zone seems to be becoming a little bit of a theme, I think. Domain 5, design for learning. This domain offers me a huge amount of ability to really step up my learning and focus on my pedagogy, I suppose. Being able to be part of the research project as part of our community of learning, but linking in my case studies, linking in the things that I do in my practice, but also specific ASD interventions and monitoring and evaluating that. Also looking at legislation and developing all the pedagogy around all of those things, and now designing for learning. Teaching. Wow, by this time I found really overwhelmed by the enormity of this whole standard. I knew I've got a lot of research to do in order to be able to implement and meet my goals. There are links to my EBIT PIP and my case study, but I found that I definitely had a huge amount to learn. So in terms of my overall mawhai, I think that the key to the mawhai is, one, that they're all interlinked. Two, it's a web-based practice, so we can draw similarities to our wonderful analogy of the weft and the structures that are in place in order to collaborate and work together. So learning with people, from people, and I think that's a key component of making all of these standards work for us, and also the key to making those standards, or meeting those standards. I think it's probably more to the point. I enjoyed mapping my mawhai, and I'm looking forward to obviously building on all of the knowledge that I've got. Hopefully my goals and my activities that I've got planned are going to be part of that integral post process as we move forward over the year.